FlexJobs promises to connect you with verified, scam-free remote job listings. It sounds pretty good, right? Until you make a couple clicks and you find out, oh, wait a minute, they want to charge you to access those listings. In this video, we'll find out if FlexJobs is really worth paying for when there are dozens of free job boards, and I get texts like this almost every day. First up, I think it makes sense to establish that FlexJobs is a legit platform. They've been around for almost 20 years, and they've helped over 10 million job seekers connect with work-from-home jobs. FlexJobs is rated 4.3 stars on Trustpilot with over 5,000 reviews and 4.3 stars from over 15,000 reviews on SiteJabber, and the parent company, Bold, has an A+ accredited rating by the BBB. So here's what you need to know. On FlexJobs, you can find tens of thousands of remote job listings, and the big selling point, in contrast to some of the free jobs boards out there, is that those listings have been hand vetted by actual humans for their legitimacy. So that means you don't waste time applying for scam jobs, which, going back to those text messages, are unfortunately pretty common these days. If the work can be done remotely, you're probably going to find a category for it on FlexJobs, from accounting and admin to web design and writing. Plus, you can use this cool tool to narrow down your search. So before you commit to FlexJobs, you can use this kind of cool onboarding tool they have to see what might be available. You can filter by what kind of remote work, option for remote. Hey, look, I want to be 100%. So I'm going to do this. No commute for you. Okay, we can hit next. Move me out of the way. Minimum desired salary. Cool toggle. Yeah, we want to make 100 grand a year. Include jobs anywhere in the US, anywhere in the world. That's fine. Let me skip that for now. Do you have a job title in mind? Not really. Job categories. Okay. I have a marketing major from school, so I selected marketing related things here, business development, sure. But you can filter by whatever skills or interests that you have, and how many years of experience. Okay, I have been doing this for a while, as evidenced by the gray hairs in the beard. Bachelor's degree. Benefits, sure, health insurance, that's fine. Unlimited time off. I mean, yeah, this is your wish list. Check all the boxes you want, but I'm going to start with just health insurance, and it is going to filter through these hundreds of thousands of jobs. So it's saying out of the 194,000 job listings we have on the site, hey, 2,700 of them might be a good match for you. And remember, we selected marketing and a handful of other categories with an expected salary of $100,000 or more, fully remote. So pretty promising here. And then you can log in or create your account and start to see a little bit more detail on those listings. Once you're inside, you can see detailed company information, complete with employee reviews and ratings. There's even an ongoing monitoring system to keep everything up to date and reliable. Now, I guess I shouldn't be surprised by this, since we're living in a golden age for remote work, but the roster of companies hiring is filled with household names: Lockheed, PayPal, Fidelity, tons of others. The other cool thing that I want to highlight is that not all jobs are full-time. You can filter for part-time, freelance, or fractional work as well, which is great for side hustlers looking to make a little extra money, or full-time parents trying to pick up a part-time gig in their spare time. Now, let's talk pricing, because on one hand, it's a bit counterintuitive to spend money when the whole goal is to make it. I get it. So most people on FlexJobs start with a 14-day trial for just $2.95. I mean, $3 to potentially unlock a life-changing new income stream and career seems like a pretty reasonable investment, and you can test it out through our direct referral link in the description below. After that, because it might take longer than a couple weeks to find a job, I recommend switching to the $71 annual plan, which works out to around $6 a month, because the $24 a month plan is quite a big leap from the $295 trial. But with all of these, it's important to keep in mind the ROI, the return on investment. So even if you pay for the full year, worst case, you'll recoup your costs in the first couple hours of a new remote job. And this is important. If you do the trial and you think it sucks, this just isn't for me, they'll give you a full refund. So it really is risk-free. So most people come to FlexJobs for the pre-vetted, scam-free job listings, but there's actually a few other member benefits that might be worth the price of admission depending on where you're at. So a recent study found that remote jobs represented around 8% of job postings, but those posts drew 35% of the applications. So it's really clear. People really want flexible remote work, and it is making the environment really competitive. So here's where FlexJobs can help with that. First, some of the job listings on FlexJobs, not a ton, but some of them are exclusive, meaning you won't find them on Indeed or other job sites, which means less competition for those. The company also has a bunch of free skills tests that you can take to strengthen your application, along with educational content on how to stand out, how to advance your career, and how to navigate remote work if you've never done it before. They also offer discounted access to resume services and personalized career coaching, interview training, stuff like that. Now, like other platforms, you can sign up for job alerts, like when a new posting comes in that matches your skills and criteria. But one cool feature is being able to save different, they call them resume profiles. And so you can quickly apply with the one that's best tailored to that listing. Now, what do people dislike about FlexJobs, right? No company is without its detractors, and FlexJobs is no different. Aside from the subscription fee, here are some of the most common complaints. First, signing up doesn't automatically guarantee you a high-paying remote job. I wish it worked that way. It is still a competitive job market. You're going to have to stand out. You're going to have to interview well and put forward consistent effort to land the job you want. Other people were disappointed in the lack of opportunity in some niche fields, but I feel like that's across the board. Like when I was a kid and wanted to be a major league catcher, I realized there were only like 30 of them in the country. Some industries are just capped by how big the market is. And similarly, other members report frustration that there are too many entry-level positions and not enough senior-level roles. Though in my initial filtering, I still found over 1,000 listings that were advertised at $100,000 or more. I think this is probably true of all job boards, just based on the typical structure of companies where the number of staff, the number of personnel gets narrower the closer you get to the top, the closer you get to the CEO. So of course there's going to be more listings for jobs lower on the corporate ladder. So who's FlexJobs best for? I think FlexJobs is a good fit for people looking to make a career change, either part-time or full-time, parents and caregivers looking for something flexible, and people with health issues that a traditional commute and in-person job would be a challenge for. If you've been dreaming of ditching the commute for yourself, making some money from home, you can give FlexJobs a try for just $2.95 for the first 14 days through our direct referral link in the description. And if you don't like it, request that refund, get your money back. I look at it like an investment in your sanity and hopefully saving time filtering through the jobs that may or may not be legit. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and check out this video next for more ways to make money from home. Cheers.